this vid blows up, it'll be because of us. Our dancing is something you'd pay for. Period. T.
Hey Panda Wandas, it's Panda, and we are going to be doing a mega build off with Mirly today!
Yes.
Today's build battle theme is going to be a family home. It's up to you to choose who you think did the best, so make sure to watch till the end. Both of us are going to be building on our own plots and touring at the end. Let's take a look at the rules. The rules are simple. Build on your own plot, 2-story home, no basement included, do not copy each other's builds, family house theme, no time limit, and finally, have fun. Now that we've looked at the rules, are you ready? Mirly.
Oh.
Mirly, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, set, build, build, build! So what I'm first going to be doing is I'm going to go to the basement flooring, and I'm going to be adding in this little squared flooring, and on top I'm going to be adding in sandboxes and stacking them up. Once I stack them up, they will create like a level up that I can place the stairs on top of, and this will create a little raise for the stairs to go to the porch. So for the porch, what I did is I added in these roofing and I extended it. It was a tiny bit difficult because I couldn't really see what exactly I was doing and how the two parts would line up, but it eventually worked out after a few tries. And then I attempted drawing the shape of the house. I wasn't really sure how it was going to turn out, but I ended up liking it in the end. I just had to do a little fixer-uppers every now and then. For the entrance, I also wanted to add in these little steps coming down from the door because I felt like it would look a little weird if there weren't steps and it was just a drop, because the door was a little bit lifted up from the ground. So I decided to do these steps. I ended up liking them. They're not the best, I'd say, but they're pretty decent. So what I'm basically doing now is just doing the exterior of the build. I played around with the colors, with the decorations, the textures, and then I decorated the porch a tiny bit so I got an idea and feel for the style I was going for. I didn't really start this build with having a plan, so it's kind of all over the place and I change a few things as I build. But yeah, let's continue building. Now is when I started adding in some windows to the outside of the build. I wasn't really sure what windows I was going to use, so I kind of just tested them out as I went and ended up liking a certain style and changed them soon. you see me extending the walls of the house, I wasn't sure how big I needed it to be. So I'm kind of putting out a layout and then I change it eventually, along with like changing the windows and stuff like that. I wanted to have an upstairs second floor and I couldn't find a place where to put the stairs, so I decided in this little corner I would do it, and I added in this flooring just to map out where I thought I would have the second floor. Yeah, okay, so over here I decided to add in some pillars because you had to have something lifting up the flooring, and I kind of played around with the colors and textures of the house because I ended up not liking what I first used. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing right now. Like I said before, I didn't really have a plan of what I was going to do with the house, but I decided that this little corner, right as you walk in, there's going to be a doorway to the kitchen with like a little island where you could sit to eat. And yeah, that's where I went from there. We're working on the kitchen now. In my opinion, the decorating of the kitchen and the color choices for any room that you build in Bloxburg is literally the most important thing. And I wasn't sure where I was going with this, what style I was going for. I love the color linen, but I didn't know if it fit well, so I kind of went with a wood color along with a white. I don't even know what I did. I just went from there, and if you see me changing a lot of colors many times, that is why, because I am indecisive. So for the kitchen, we do have an island, but I also wanted to have a dining room because this is like a family home, and I felt like the family can't always eat at the island table or the bar or whatever you want to call it. So I decided to add in here a dining room table with 6 chairs. Yes. And yeah, I made it a separate room, and then I decorated the room a tiny bit with placing plates on the table. I set the table. Wow, what a wonderful person I am. And I also decorated the room. So in my opinion, this little spot over here was a little empty, so I decided to add in a shelf along with the desk area and kind of decorated it so it would fill up the space in a way. It wasn't my favorite, but I ended up kind of liking it, so I kept it, and then we went from there. Right here is where I decided to do the living room. I was trying to break it off into a living room bathroom type of thing, but it didn't really work out. I felt like the shaping was a little bit weird, so I decided to add on to the back over there, and I placed the door for a small bathroom on the first floor because I didn't want you to walk all the way upstairs for a bathroom. And this is going to be the living room. I changed the colors and textures a little bit because I was indecisive once again, and yeah, I went from there. So now I decided to work on the living room. Once again, I had no idea, no plan of what I was going to be doing. So I decided to use up this wall and just place a big TV stand because it took up room. And then we decorated with couches, some decorations, plants, of course. And yeah. I also decorated the bookshelf shelving with some books, of course, some plants and other things because I felt like it was a little bit empty and I didn't want it to have an empty feeling inside the living room. Instead, I wanted to have like a cozy feeling, a family gathering area feel. I don't know. I just went with the vibe. Yes. This corner right over here, right next to the bathroom door, I felt like it was also a little bit empty, so I decided to add in a traditional desk and have it like a working area just in case one of the parents in the family needed to sit down near the living room, watch TV while they're doing their work. And I also added in a painting because that corner was also empty. I did my best to fill up all the corners. It didn't look as filled as I would like it to, but it turned out pretty good and I was happy with it. So now we're going to be working on the bathroom that I spoke about before. It was a little cramped, so I decided to add in a stand-in shower, a toilet seat right next to it, and then in front of the toilet seat, I added in a counter with a sink. That's pretty much all you need in a bathroom. I also added in a mirror, and yeah. house was a little bit dark, so I added in some windows. I eventually changed the placing of them because they didn't really fit. But here is me going onto the second floor and extending the walls and everything like that to continue building. And upstairs is going to be a bathroom, I believe, and 2 rooms, 1 parent's room and 1 kid's room for 1 person. But it wasn't as spacious as I thought it would be, but it ended up working, so I went with it. Over here is me struggling to figure out how exactly I'm going to break this up into 2 rooms and 1 bathroom. I struggled a bit because the spacing was a little bit cramped, but I ended up being able to make something up and roll with it, so I was happy how it turned out. For the upstairs, what I'm first going to be starting out with is going to be the bathroom, which is the tiniest room on the upstairs floor. I wanted to have as much space as I could for the 2 bedrooms, and it still felt a little bit cramped and small, but it was all right. So we're starting off with the bathroom here. I didn't want to place a wall, so I used pillars as wall, and then I continued filling up the bathroom with bathroom things. Yes, okay. This room over here, I'm planning on doing a single bedroom. Well, that was a lot of, yep, okay. And this was like a really weirdly shaped room in my opinion. I wasn't sure how exactly I was going to decorate it, so I decided to put in a closet door behind the bed for a closet area, and then I kind of just like filled up the rest of the room with a small desk and a few decorations, and then we went from there. The room felt kind of unfinished, so what I decided to do was add some plants, duh. And then I added in these cute little triangular windows and cubed windows. I felt like it gave it a really cute touch to it. I don't know the purpose for it, but it looked nice. Over here, I decided to make it like a master bedroom or the parents' bedroom, or whatever you want to call it. This room was really weirdly shaped. I kind of just like did my best to fill it up with a desk and a bed. That's basically what I added. And then I added a few more decorations on the wall because there wasn't like much space I could do anything on the flooring, along with a carpet, a few windows, and so on. Yes. Over here, I wasn't really sure what to do, but I decided to add in a small closet, storage thing, and then I put a placemat on top of it along with a little mirror, and I made it a little cute place for the corner, and I believe I did add some plants at the end. Like I said earlier, the walls were extremely bare, and I wanted to give it a little bit more cozy feeling, so I added in these brand new little metallic shaped type of things. What are they called? Sculptures? I don't know. And then I pretty much just added a few more decorations along with a lamp, plants, and lights. Now what I'm basically going to be doing is lighting up the house with some linen lightings because it is a warm lighting and so your eyes don't bleed when you go to tour it. Yes. Okay, so I'm adding in some chandeliers, some lighting, and just adding up some details before I finish off the build. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The entrance of the house was also a tiny bit bare, so I decided to add in some plants, of course, and I added in some bookshelves, and more plants, and then more plants, once again, and more plants. And then I added in a little table right near the door, so the person who comes home can store their keys or whatever they took with them throughout the day. To be kind of extra, you know, because I'm Panda and I'm extra. And so what I tried doing is I tried doing like a chandelier at the very entrance. It looked kind of weird, but I kept it because I wanted to be extra. It didn't quite work out as I imagined it to because it was just the chandelier hanging from the ceiling, but it was fine in my opinion, so I kind of just left it. And then I added in these small lights around the house because it was a little tiny bit dark and I didn't want a dark house, so I just added them in like the corners in the rug so you wouldn't see it. And yeah, yep. to the house, and then I noticed that the porch was empty, and it wouldn't be a finished house or a finished family home if I didn't add in like an outside area, a garden or pathway going to the house. So I decided that I had to work on the exterior a bit more. And that is what I did right over here. I added in a few plants. I added in a little glass table, a rocking chair on top of the porch, and then I went on to putting like a little driveway and pathway to go to the house. I also wanted to have a driveway into a garage area because I was like, this is a family home. You need a family car. Where are you going to put the car? So I decided to extend the house a tiny bit by one room and add in a garage area. And then I put a pathway, which was the driveway. And I did my best to connect it to the front of the house. It kind of worked out. I wasn't extremely happy with how it came out, but it turned out good enough and I kept it that way. And now I went on to working on the outside and gardening areas. I added in a few plants outside so it looked natural. I added in some trees, some pots and flowers. And then after that, we were pretty much done with the build. So you know what time it is? Yup, you guessed it. Your favorite time and mine. It's tour time. so much for watching. Make sure to tell us down in the comments who you think won. Check out Mirly's channel in the description down below too.
Yeah, I'm MiRly.
Bye everybody! Panda Girl is out.
If you enjoyed this video, click that subscribe button to be a part of the Panda habitat. Also, click that notification bell to be notified of when I post. Could you be the first to comment? Panda Girl is out!